All right, and welcome back to the show. We've got a hanging chicken special for you today. We're going to smoke these chickens. We're going to show you how to hang them, clean them, get them out onto the cooker. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. So we have 6 small chickens here. These chickens are weighed in probably about 2 pounds each. They're tiny chickens. They're very tender ones. And usually when you look for chicken, you want to buy the smaller ones, especially if you're smoking them. The big ones tend to get tough on you. They call them old buzzards. And I like these nice little, tiny little chickens. And let's just show you how to clean these up. Now we're leaving these whole. And we're just going to start cutting off some of this skin. Now the nice thing, when you buy chickens this small, like Cornish hens, these are pretty much about the same size. When you buy them chickens this small, they don't have a lot of fat on them. If you look in here, there's not a lot of fat. And that fat will just render right out. But all I do is just kind of clean up a little bit here, scrape off some of that fat that's around there. And there's not really much to do to these. And that is the beautiful part about that. So you're basically just looking to clean them up, necks like that kind of hang out. Just get those off of there. Just tap through with your knife, get that out of there. And that's it. This chicken is pretty much a clean chicken. If there's any skin hanging off the back here, like this, just clean it up. And get them looking very pretty. Because the guests that I have coming by, they're going to eat these. They're going to all get their own chicken. And that's how you want it to look, like that. There's a little fat here up underneath. Just take your knife and scrape that little fat away, just like that. The last thing you want your guests to do is bite into a bunch of fat. It's not very appealing. All right, so this guy is done, and we're going to start with another one. So we're going to put him off to the side, and I'm going to look for the most fattiest one I can find here so I can give you guys a good cleaning experience. All right, so we got this guy right here. Again, he's got some fat up under here, so we start with just take your knife and scrape along just to get that out of there without ruining the meat, and then grab it and cut it off. So just scrape along with your knife, just like that. Kind of grab it, cut it off. And that's it. Get that out of there like that. You don't want to tear up the meat. You just want to get that fat out of there. Like that. It's up under the skin there. Just kind of peel that back a little bit. Just get that fat out of there, just like that. Grab it, cut it off. Just like that. Any kind of loose skin that's hanging out there, we're going to get rid of that too. And this neck that's on here. So you want to place it like that. You want to put your knife over here and just tap. And then you got that little piece that's neck that's hanging out. And that's it. So anything that's inside, any kind of livers or anything else like that, just get it out of there and start cleaning. The rest of this, because the chickens are so tiny and small, it'll render down during cooking, so you don't have to worry about a whole lot of fat in here, which is beautiful. And this is why I like small, tender chickens. All right, that guy's done too. So what we'll do is maybe we'll show you one with some, okay, this one's got some things inside there. You can see like it's got some livers and some stuff in there. And just take your hands and go in there and pull that out, just like that. See that? Just pull that right out of there. Same thing with the back. We're gonna go pull back the skin, get all that out of there. See how fatty that one is? This one happens to be just fatty in one spot. So we'll just get that out of there. Scrape it with a knife. Put your knife up under the skin and scrape all of that out of there. Lift it, cut it. These are very easy to clean. You don't have to go through anywhere the hassle when you're buying chickens, 2 pounds. That's kind of where you want to buy them. If you're frying them, they do great frying. And that's just the way I buy my chickens. I don't buy huge buzzards. They might be on sale. Anything over 4 pounds, I leave it. Unless it's like oven roasters and stuff like that. I don't buy oven roasters just for the mere fact that they're tough. And I'd rather buy and clean 3 chickens than buy 1 oven roaster. That's just me. Everybody's different. And I feel that they don't have the flavor when you buy them that big. They're older, they're tougher, they've been around for a while, and I'm just not really into old buzzards. All right, so this is getting cleaned up there. I'm gonna finish the rest of these, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna show you how to hang these, season and hang them. So stick around, don't go anywhere. So we have our chickens nice and clean. We're gonna get them seasoned, and then we're cooking on a vertical cooker today, so we're gonna show you how to hang these for a vertical cooker. So we've got a little rub that I made. I've got garlic powder, onion powder, some paprika, and just a splash of cumin in here, and we're gonna start the seasoning of this one chicken. Now I'm gonna show you how to season this. Now because these chickens are whole, we're gonna hit them with a little bit more rub. Now this rub has very little salt in here, so we're gonna have to add a little bit more salt to these chickens. And we're just gonna go with the rub, just like that. We're gonna rub it in. Just like that. I'm gonna get my salt, which is way over here. And we're gonna salt. Now chicken, like I said, when you're going on a smoker or a grill with it, and you're going outside with it, requires a little bit more salt. If you're frying or baking, it requires a little bit less. But since we're going onto the smoker and we're leaving them whole, we're adding a little bit more salt to my rub. And also, when you guys make your rubs, try to leave the salt out of it, because there might be certain things that you want to be able to control your salt on. And this is my pepper. I'm going with a 30 coarse pepper here. So I try to leave salt and pepper out of it, because I'm not sure of how or what type of pepper I'm going to have on there. I might use more of a coarse salt or a coarse pepper. Like this pepper is pretty coarse. So this is how I'll season this one. A little bit more black pepper, and I just kind of let the tray pick up the remnants of it. Just rub it around like that, and let the tray pick up the rest. And now you have a nice little, perfect little seasoned chicken. Now we're using a vertical cooker today. I'm going to show you how to run with a vertical smoker today. It's an offset vertical. And this is how we're going to hang it. I have these hooks here. And these are basically Chinese duck hooks that do ducks. And it's a ancient Chinese style. And they actually use these hooks, and I love them because they hang low enough. And instead of using one hook, you can get 2 in here, just like that. And we'll hang them up just like that from the cooker. And get these deep in here, and you'd never have to worry about them going anywhere or going off the hook. And if you do lose one hook, you have another one here to back you up. And I love these hooks. And this is how they get hung, just like that, on the cooker. I'm probably gonna go a little bit, I'm actually gonna do it now. I'm gonna go a little bit higher up with them, because I don't like the way these are hanging. I want them to hang even, just like that. There you go. That's how I'm gonna hang it. It was hanging too far over, and this will allow us to get room for the other chickens, and we're gonna hang them just like that. So I'm gonna show you one more, and then we're gonna get these seasoned up. So I'll leave this here, just like that. Let me just wipe my hands. because I'm going back to my spices. Okay, so we'll start with a little salt, because my rub doesn't have that much of it in there. It has very little kosher salt. I'm going to go inside with it, just like that, outside. And then we're going to go in a little bit of that rub that I told you about here. Just like that. And some on the inside. And like I said, they're whole chickens, so you can go just a little bit heavier on this rub because it doesn't have a bunch of salt in it. All right. And a little bit of pepper. Ooh, always watch your caps, but you know what? If I want a little hard on here, I could just separate it just like that, rub it around, and just, this is the nice part about when you use a big mesh pepper like this is a number 30. If you make a mistake like that, you could just make up for it with no problem and use your tray to pick up the rest, just like that. And there you have it. Now that is a perfect amount. Just like that. Rub it around. Move some more of that. Make sure I have it all. All right. Now we gotta, I actually could use just a touch more on top. I like a lot of pepper, especially with chickens like this, Cornish hens, any kind of small birds. I use it, quail. All right, so let's hook them. Again, this is the breast, so we're going over on the back, and we're gonna use close to the spine of where the neck goes, and just hook back there. Get it as close as you can to the top, because it'll keep that chicken nice and straight. Hook them both in, bring them up, and now he's hanging. That's it, just like that. It won't go anywhere. If you lose one, you have the other one. All right, I'm gonna finish these up, and once I skew these up, season them up, I'll meet you right back here. Stick around, don't go anywhere. All right, so our chickens are all skewed up, and the last thing I did was hit these with a little spray oil, so this way it sets their color. I like to say it sets their tone. The spray oil is great because it's gonna make that skin nice and crispy. Now, if you take a look over here, we have this chicken. He's already seasoned and he's hung. Now, for those of you that don't have these hangers, I'm gonna leave a link in the description for these hangers because you can get these on Amazon. This is a chicken setter. So what you would do with this, it works just pretty much the same way. Instead of hanging the chickens, if you don't have the room, if you don't have a vertical cooker, you could just set it down just like this onto the grill. So you would put the chicken right in here like that. And the heat will come up from the bottom. And the reason why we're hanging our chickens is so we can get that heat through the bottom, and it just keeps that nice chicken crispy. And that's how your chicken would sit on the grill. This happens to be a small chicken. This chicken setter right here is a little big. It's made for a bigger chicken, so the chicken's not opening as wide, but if you use a bit of a bigger chicken, you can get it right on here. That works too. You could use that as well too. And that's how your chicken would just sit right under the grill with the heat on the way up. And that's that. So let me get this guy skewed up, and then they're gonna marinate overnight. I'm gonna leave them in the fridge with those hooks in there, and then on to the smoker we go. Stick around, don't go anywhere. All right, this is what we're gonna be firing these chickens with today. This is a vertical indirect cooker. The fire is not actually underneath the vertical chamber of this. And with no further ado, let's give you a tour. Okay, so this is our vertical cooker, custom made, completely custom made out of stainless steel. We're gonna start with our firebox. Now, this is a very special door on this box. It's spring-loaded, and you could actually turn this around to open up your vents. So there will be wide open, that will be closed. The little hatch on the door here, little latch on the door. Here's our firebox inside, which actually just slides right out, and you can slide it back in. That's the door from the back there. Okay, close that up, and we're going to take you for a tour on the inside. There's our temperature gauge. There's several different chambers inside of here, so let me just get the light over here so we can see inside. Alright, and here's the inside of our cooker. There's a damper on the top, which allows you to adjust. It's very tall. I'm 6'5", so this is actually taller than me. Alright. Now the nice part about this, we're looking at the chamber here, I have hooks inside here. So the hooks are up top, and what happens is I can pull these racks out of here. And now this allows me to turn this and just put them like, you know, like here or down the bottom. I can pull all of these out, and allows me to hang chickens on these rods. So I can hang, you know, several chickens from this cooker here with all these levels. Now, the heat box is indirect. So let's just show you this. Give me a second here. We're going to put this on the top. And that's the inside of the cooking chamber. And you can look down in there. Not sure if you can see that. Let's get a little bit more light in there. You can look down in there, and you can see it's got a little reflector. So this way, if you're putting the wood back too far, you won't burn up your food. And the nice part about this cooker is I could use the racks, or I could hang stuff. So this is a very nice well-built cooker, and I can leave this out in the rain because it is stainless steel. It won't rust. And that pretty much completes the tour of this cooker. I'm going to get this cooker fired up. I'm going to show you our wood set up. And that will be that. So let's get her fired up. Actually, I'm going to show you our wood set up first, and then we're going to get her fired up. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. So here is my fire setup for this particular cooker. Now I have the drawer pulled out, and I have a fire starter in the middle here, and right here I have a piece of hickory, and that's what we're smoking these chickens over today. And I have our own homemade lump coal here. Now the video is coming up on showing you guys how to make your own coals. So these are my coals. I have a lot of trees. I cut them down, I burn them down, and I make my own lump charcoal, which is surprisingly very easily. So that's that setup right there. I'm going to get this going in just a little bit here. The charcoal, or the coals here, the burned down coals, are going to bring the heat. This piece of wood right here is going to bring all the smoke and the hickory flavor. And we're just going to cook these chickens, and we're going to smoke them right around that 280 mark to render all that fat down. That's what you want to do your chickens at. You want to cook them around 280. Smoke them around 280. This way you don't get that tough black skin. If you like a little bit more smoke, I do like a little bit heavier smoke. I might go a little darker on the chickens today, and we'll see. But that's her setup, and we're going to get her fired up. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. Alright, our fire is lit, and we're going to stabilize her, close this door up, and get this thing into smoke mode. Alright, I'm just going to show you guys my fire and this offset. Just to show you what it's doing, how it's operating. And that's my fire in there. So it's burning hot, it's burning clear, and that's the way it's going. I'm going to close this back. I got that cracked open just a little bit. About a quarter turn. That's it. And she's rolling nice. And that's what you want. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. Alright, so we're stabilized, and it's time to put our birds on. Here we go. That's how you want to hang them. I I lost one hook. I'm gonna rehook a chicken, but things happen. Just find your hooks. Now I use my hand to stabilize my chickens. So I can get them in there. Alright. Now those are on that level. And I'm going to go down and start hanging them on our lower levels. Got to do some moving around to find the best spots. But I think I'm going to hang these from that level. So I got those chickens over there. And this one I just have to rehang really quick. All right. Here we go. Okay, and that's how we got them. There's no touching in there. Let me get the light so we can see a little bit better a shot in there. There's no touching. And our chickens are hanging. I'm gonna get this fire stabilized, the door closed, and that's how you want to hang those chickens. And that's why I like those chicken hangers, because they actually let you hang them at different levels. So, and I have other shorter ones too, but these are the ones that I'm going to use for these different levels and this cooker. So let's get this closed up. Let's get it stabilized. And we'll meet you back here in just a little bit. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. So our chickens are on. We're rolling about 250 on these chickens right now. I'm not going to do anything to them. I'm just going to leave them and let them roll at 250. I'm not going to baste them. I'm not doing anything because I want that nice crispy skin. So that's what the oil does on the outside. And you're smoking these about 280 with some smoke. I'll probably add a little bit more smoke to them. I kind of let them go nice clean smoke for a little bit, and then coming to the end I kind of make the smoke a little bit more dirty, just to get that nice smoke on there. That's about it. So we're going to let these roll some more. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. Okay, so we are about a half hour in, and actually about 45 minutes has passed. We're going to just show you what we got. Look at those guys. Let's see if we can see the ones down in there. And they look like they're doing pretty good. And that's what you're looking for. Now I'm not going to open up the bottom one, but I will open up the bottom one in the last final hour. That's it. They're cooking away, nice and easy, just hang in there. And when you hang them, all that air it does a great job airing them out, letting all that smoke get in there. It gets in from the sides, the bottom, everywhere, and there's not anything touching them to take away that nice smoke. That's it. So we're going to let them roll. We'll see you back here in a little bit. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, these chickens are on here about 2 hours, 10 minutes. I'm about to pull them. Let's see the ones in the bottom. The ones in the bottom will go first. And I want you to take a look at those. Let's get the light in there. They look pretty awesome. When they start pulling back from the feet, that's how you know they're done. When they start pulling back from the bone, right here, from the leg bone, and you start to see that drumstick pulling up, that's how you know you got a nice good chicken. that's cooked. That's well cooked. The bottom ones will come off first, then the tops will come off. So I'm gonna pull the bottom ones first. I'm gonna leave the top ones there for probably about another 10, 15 minutes. And that's it. Everything will be cooked even. So stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, it's time for the chopping block. And these are our chickens. They look beautiful. And with no further ado, let's get a chicken onto the bench. We're gonna pick the middle one up. All right, so now that they're cooked, for those of you that don't know how to cut a chicken, I usually just go right in, just like this, through the breast. And then I usually just tap my way right through. And that's your half chicken. So you could serve this like that, if you're given half chickens. These are small baby chickens, so I'll usually find the part between the thigh and the breast, and just come right in here, just like that. Just give that a little tap. And that's it. If you want to get your wing out of there, you could just come through and give that a slight tap. Same thing with the leg. You want to disconnect it from the leg quarter, tap, right through. Let's just cut this one up quickly. Put that over there. And that's it. So now we have a nice little cut up bird. All right, and I have to get a taste test to this, but before we bite into it, I'm just gonna pull it off that leg and show you by hand what that looks like. It's got a nice smoke ring in here, cook right down to the bone, and this is the leg, cook right to the bone, and I can pull this meat right off of here, just like that. It's got a red tint. That's not red, that's not raw, that's the smoke, and that's how you want smoked chicken. It's not black. It's tender. Let's show you a thigh. So this way you definitely know it's cooked right down to the bone. That's a thigh piece right there. I'm gonna pull that open and show you that meat is cooked directly right down to the bone. Look at that. I'm gonna pull that bone right out of there. All right, I'm gonna plate this up, but first I gotta get a little pitmaster taste here. That's excellent. We're gonna show you a wing. Same thing, cook right down to the bone. All right, let's get this plated up, and I'll see you right back here. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, and there you have it. Those are our hung chickens on a vertical cooker. And if you like this video and many more that are about to come, don't forget to hit that like button and please subscribe, and don't forget to hit that little bell. This way you get all the videos first. Again, thank you for joining us, and I gotta find my little pitmaster taste over here. Here we go.